In this video, I'm going to share with you all the things that I've learned in business, the most important things that I've learned in business over the last 27 years. This month, we're celebrating 27 years in business down here at Lazy Dog Adventures in Key West. And it's really easy to look back and see the things that worked and didn't work. And so I want to share those with you. So for all the entrepreneurs, business owners, solopreneurs, whoever you are, I hope this helps. The first thing is really the most common advice that I give out to people, and that is to just do it. I get so many people who say, oh, I need more, more time, more experience, more money. I got to work on my business plan a little bit more. I need to find a partner, whatever it is. And really what you need to do is just start. Just do it. The world is changing so fast that nothing is going to go according to plan. Just start and adjust as you go. The second thing feeds off a little bit of the first one, in that you don't need anyone else to do this with you. Do it alone. If I was just going to give you one piece of advice, this is going to be it. As much as you think your best friend or your brother, your sister, or whoever is perfect, you guys are a perfect match, things change. People fall in love, things happen, somebody wants to move, you're stuck, whatever it is, there is, I can't stress it enough to just do it on your own. Be you 100% owner of your own business. Just get a really good number two, somebody who doesn't have ownership in the company but treats it like it's their own, and then take care of them. You can even have people that you're going to say you'll bring in and give percentages to, but wait until you actually are making some money. So please just do it alone if you're going to just listen to one thing that I say. The third thing is consistency. You always hear about, is this a business or is it a hobby? And if it's a hobby, yes, you don't have to have consistency. But if you're going to be a business, you need to be consistent in showing up every day and offering your product, your service, your energy every day. Bring it. And that's a big part of being seen, is having consistency. The fourth thing is what I call you first. And that is what, somebody asked me what I attribute my success to. And I'd never been asked that before. I didn't know my answer. And I just basically said, I take care of myself every day so that I can bring the best Sue Cooper to everything that I do. And what I mean by that is taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, so that you or whoever can bring the best version of yourself to everything that you do. And in doing so, it increases the energy of the employees, your customers, everybody around you, if you bring the best version of yourself. And that's easy to do. It just takes a little time. It's working out the mind, just like you work out the body. But personal growth, I'm a big fan of, big believer in. So yeah, definitely put you first. Take care of yourself so you can bring the best version of yourself to everything that you do. The fifth thing is, this is very common. I remember when the paddleboard industry was exploding, a lot of new paddleboard companies were starting up, and people were just getting, tired. They were just working constantly, and these new businesses, people were working day in, day out. And my advice always was to just, hire somebody to relieve you, even just for one day, so that you can just reboot and bring your energy back, or give you a chance to work on your business instead of in your business. I know you're going to think, well, no one's going to take care of my business as well as I'm going to take care of it. It's your baby. You're not. No one's going to care as much as you care, but you are going to need other people to grow your business. So you got to get over this kind of quick. Hire somebody that can do, even just a day. Give yourself a break. And work on your business and grow your business. In doing this, what happens is you prevent burnout, which is great. And that's why, a lot of small businesses don't make it. And a big part of it is due to burnout. So hiring somebody to replace you for a day or even two, and growing from there, that'll help prevent burnout. The sixth thing is to make it as easy as possible for customers to give you money, for you to do business. So you provide a great service or product and make it easy for customers to give you money, to pay you. And I can't believe how many people overcomplicate the whole money part of business. And a big part of it's just by saying yes and making it simple, trying to figure things out for customers, to be able to make it so that, yes, I accept all credit cards. Yes, I accept cash. Yes, we accept online payments. Just make it easy for people to pay you for your product and your service. Don't overcomplicate the money part. Number 7, don't expand too soon. When things are working, just buckle down and put all your energy into that one thing and really get a good base before you expand. If you expand too soon and too quick, you're going to really lose a lot of the energy of your company, the culture, and it's just, yeah, I I experienced that. So anyway, yeah, don't expand too soon. Number 8, I call Fundamental USA, and I'm a big baseball fan. And think about every spring, these billion-dollar baseball teams go back to spring training and work on the fundamentals. And why shouldn't all businesses do that? So, especially in the spring, I always think about just getting back to basics, just reviewing our expenses, making sure that we're putting money and spending money in places that we still want to, or maybe coming up with something new. Going back to basics, making sure that the phone is being answered, the emails are being answered, all the things that we can do to help our customers so that we can do our job and keep growing. Number 9, when you are ready to hire a full-time person, hire for a job that you don't like. Like for me, I don't like the bookkeeping. And so I have basically my number 2, Kathy, does all the books and handles a lot of the logistics and the computer work, so that I'd rather be on the dock and being around customers and the staff, and I like the physical element of the job. And so, I hired her for that part of the job that I don't like, and that part of the job has grown, and she's now more than just a bookkeeper. She is a general manager. She pretty much runs the whole show. She just tells me where to go. I go wherever I'm needed. But yeah, she's really grown into her role, and is a big part of the success of this company. So yeah, just hire for somebody that a job that you don't like, so that you can really enjoy your job. Because again, we're trying to prevent burnout from the entrepreneur's perspective. You want to keep enjoying what you're doing. I remember this one day I was reading the reviews. I never used to read the reviews on TripAdvisor. And I was really surprised because I knew we did a great, we do a great job in our tours and our service here. But what really surprised me, it was like every review also was like, oh, the staff is so friendly. Oh, they were so nice at check-in. They were so helpful. Or they, named the guide by name. Like the people part of the review was really interesting to me. How it was like 50-50. It was 50% of the review was about the people, and 50% of the review was about the product, the service that we provide. So what that did for me was it made me realize how important the people are. And I've always known that, but at this point I decided to make sure that we always had an extra person on staff on the really busy days. And a lot of times that was me, and I would come up here because I wanted my staff to be able to take the time with the people on tour and really give a great customer experience and really connect with the customers. And so, that was a big part of that, came from reading the reviews. Number 11 is to not worry about your competitors, because if you're doing something right, then you are going to have competition. So that's good. The second thing is you want to be so into what it is the industry you're in. Like for me, I'm into the kayak industry, the paddleboard industry, tourism, the Key West industry, business. I am so in tune and do so much reading and research on what's going on in those areas that I feel like we can grow our business based off of that. I'm also around customers a lot, and I get a lot of feedback from the customers on a daily basis. And so for that, we just lead ourselves. I find that we're the leaders. People can look at us and do what we're doing. That's fine. I don't care, because we're leading the way and doing things the way we want to do things based off of our customers and, what I see in the industry and where we're going. You can still know what your competitors are doing, what their prices are, when their tour times are, and things like that. But, really just focus on what you're doing and focus more less on competition and more on the industry that you're in, and putting your focus and energy into that, and understanding what's going on and listening to your customers. Number 12. This is actually comes from my favorite book, the most gifted book I've ever gifted out, and also probably read the most. It's called The 4-Hour Workweek. And what I got out of that was to take myself out of the equation. Because a lot of times I didn't consider myself a micromanager, but I was kind of just more in a helpful way. I'd be like, oh, I'll contact them for you, and then you guys can talk. And this, I just say, hey, here's the contact, you do this, say, Sue sent you or whatever. But I just took myself out of the equation, and things actually ran a lot smoother. And it also gave me a lot more free time. So hence the 4-hour work week. Yeah, if you can, take yourself out of the equation, and trust, trust and confidence are the two biggest parts of any business. They're the two pillars that I think any great company can run off of trust and confidence. You need to have that in your staff and all the people that are around you. So give them the resources to be able to do their job, and to the best of their ability. They don't need to be great Sue Coopers. You want them to be great whoever they are, and give them all the resources so that they can do the job, and you basically aren't needed. You're needed when you're needed, but you're not needed on a regular basis. Okay, number 13 is, again, kind of getting back to making it as easy as possible for customers to pay you, to give you money for your product and service, and not overthinking business. And that's being online. Online is where people are. Be online with your bookings, be online with your product, be on all platforms. Just make it as easy as possible for people to find you. I could say I was late to the party on the online booking for our tours, but we were the second company in Key West to actually use FareHarbor, which is who we use for our online bookings. And it really boomed our business, because if you think about it, that's how people book. They book online. They book ahead of time. And what it did, having the online bookings, is it really cut down on the phone calls, and it reduced a lot of workload on that end. And an online booking agency was probably one of the best things that we did. Some people might say, oh, well, then it's not personalized, and don't have the phone call, but people can still call you, and some people still like to do that. But online bookings, a lot of people just like the ease of it. I know when I go on vacation, I book everything online, of the things that I want to do and the excursions I want to do. And there's a lot of other things and advertising that's tied into the online booking that can really help your business. As you grow, it's really important to stay a part of your business. And by that, I mean, if like I'm not necessarily needed here, but I like to come up here every day, because my staff run the company for me, basically. But I still love being part of the business. And if I'm not here, for one, they could think I don't care. And if I don't care, then there's no reason for them to care. And number two, the culture has always been something that I've been big on in the very beginning years. And I want to make sure the culture here at Lazy Dog stays the same, because if it changes, then I might not even want to come to work. So, really stay involved in your business, even if you're not needed. Number 15, an easy way to grow your business is actually to look at other revenue sources that work for your business. So not that it's something completely outside your business. Like for me, we have the tours and rental business here, but when we have apparel is one revenue stream. We have rental gear. We do a lot of rental gear, things that people want to take waterproof dry boxes out there. There's even my book. I wrote my books. My book is based on my life here in Key West and also the business. So that's another revenue stream. And for many years, we also ran events. And events are a great, not only revenue stream, but also a really great organic way to market your business. So I highly recommend events. In fact, I'm going to do a video very specific on events and why every small business, even big business, should be doing events. So that's just a real quick snapshot of some of the most important things I've learned over the years, the last 27 years. I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I do a lot more videos, a little bit more in depth on all these things, as well as other things I've learned in building a business, building a brand, and building a life down here in Key West. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I hope to see you down here in Key West at Lazy Dog Adventures.